Hi everyone, blessed be. I thought I would show you me making a healing jar for myself, and thought I would show you how I made it. So first of all, I've took my little jar and lit a sage incense stick, and I'm using that to smoke cleanse the inside of the jar and just add that lovely smell to the jar. And I like to put the lid on so that can stay in the jar for a little bit. Then, as I'm thinking about what I want the jar to do, so for me it's mental and physical healing. I've had some health scares and I've had COVID recently, and then also that meant my mental health took a little bit of a hit. So this is for me to heal both mentally and physically. So first of all, I write on a piece of paper my name and my date of birth, which obviously I'm not going to show you. And crossing through that 3 times one way, I've put healing, and then 3 times the other way, healing. No, sorry, I put 3 times health going one way, 3 times health going the other way, and then 3 times healing going the other way. So I've got 3, 3, 3 for the words that I wrote down. And then because I want to attract the healing to me, I folded and I rolled up and folded the piece of paper towards me. So I roll it towards me because this is something I want to bring to me. I'm rolling it up as small as I can get it. And then I've just folded it in half so it stays stuck together. Then I'm going to add on top of that my chosen herbs. So the first one I chose was sage. This is just sage from the supermarket. This is not white sage or anything like that. This is just bog standard garden sage. And then I'm adding some lemon balm. I've added the sage for the cleansing and the lemon balm for the calming of the mind. And I'm adding some cinnamon for good fortune, for like good luck, and to bring good luck and good to this working. Then I'm adding some rosemary for protection, to protect my health, both mentally and physically. Then I'm adding some chamomile for calming. Chamomile's used in like herbal teas and things for calming the body and the mind. Then I'm adding some rose petals. You can use these for self-love, and also I just like the colour and they make me smile. So this is just to add positivity to my mental health. And they smell absolutely divine. And then I'm adding a bay leaf, and you can use bay leaves for wishes and things. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to write my intention on the bay leaf, which took me a couple of tries. I had to swap pens a couple of times to find a pen that would work on the surface, because these are dried out bay leaves and I've had them a while, so they're quite dry now. So I wrote on there the purpose of the jar, what I wanted it to do. And then once I wrote on the bay leaf what I wanted the jar to do, I crumbled the bay leaf up by folding it towards me, turning it, fold it, turn it, fold it, turn it, fold it, till it was in small enough pieces to fit in the jar. So I'm just crumbling that up so it's small enough to fit in the jar, like so. And then I felt that I wanted to add a little bit more sage and rosemary to the jar to go on top of that bay leaf, so I added that. And I'm making sure that all the ingredients go in the jar that I've got out with the spoon. So I'm just picking up the other little bits that have spilt. And then I'm going to seal it with a cork. And what I'm going to use is a green candle. I mean, this one's more like a sort of turquoisey colour. It's the closest I've got to green. But I always associate green with health. So I wanted to use a green or as near to green candle as possible. So first of all, I took the candle, trimmed the wick, and here I'm using some sage just to cleanse the candle. And while I'm doing that, I'm thinking about what I want the purpose of this candle to be, which is to promote healing. And then I'm going to use this candle to seal my jar. Now, I should have waited for the flame to get a little bigger before I tilted it to try and drip the wax. That's why the candle went out, because the wick got flooded. So it took a second to relight it because the wick was flooded. But once the wax dripped off that had flooded the wick, it did light again. And then I'm putting a little bit of wax around the outside of the cork to help it stick to the jar, to help hold it into place. And then I'm going to drip plenty of wax over the top of the jar to seal the jar. And all the time I'm doing this, I'm thinking about how it's going to feel to be really healthy and strong, both mentally and physically, and thinking about how good that's going to feel, and just really sort of thinking about positive thoughts about being healthy and strong, and using the wax to seal the jar, to seal that in. And then I placed the candle on top, stuck in the wax, and left that to burn down completely. And then I'll keep the jar on my altar space. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Blessed be. Bye for now.